So, ladies and gentlemen, at one time, this skater was considered the greatest U player probably in the world. And you're saying to yourself, greatest U player in the world, is he a Gretzky, is he a Lemieux? You know, what's his background? This guy, although his name is Francophone, he was raised in Michigan after being born in Gary, Indiana. So this week we're going to talk about the curious case of probably one of the best U.S. players of the early 1980s that never really hit the level of success that a lot of people predicted. Of course, we're talking about Alfie Turcotte. Now, Alfie Turcotte, born June 5th in Gary, at 5'11", 185, played center. Now, he first came to prominence in the Quebec International Pee Wee Hockey Tournament in 1978. We're playing for the hometown Detroit. But where he really got some great recognition, which probably led to his him being drafted in a 93 season, with the Detroit CompuWare Ambassadors of the Michigan NHL, which was kind of a midget squad. Ladies and gentlemen, are you sitting down for this? 283 points in 93 games. 131 goals, 152 assists, again, for 283 points. He moved on to the WHL the next season. He split time with Nanaimo and the Portland Winterhawks. And in 75 games, he had 49 goals, 78 assists for 127 points. In the playoffs for Portland, he had 14 goals, 18 assists for 32 points. Now, he was still junior eligible in 84, and instead of playing games in the minors, he went straight to the Canadiens in that 84 season, where, of course, they made it far to semifinal. Turcotte had 14 points in 30 games, didn't play in the playoffs, but the next year in 85, having a regular shift in Montreal, he had 8 goals and 16 assists for 24 points. Now, the early 80s were busy for Mr. Turcotte. In 1984, he played for Team USA at the World Juniors and played for Team USA at the 1986 World Senior Ice Hockey Championships, or Ice Hockey Championships. After 2 games with Montreal in 86, he ended up in the minors, and he put up some good numbers for the Sherbrooke Canadiens with 29 goals and 36 assists for 65 points. 87 with the Nova Scotia Oilers, 27 goals in 70 games. 88, he split time with actually 3 AHL teams and the NHL. With Sherbrooke, he had 11 points. Baltimore Skipjacks, he had 54 points. Moncton Hawks, he had 37 points. And in 3 games with the Jets, he had no goals. That year, a grand total in the AHL of 36 goals and over 100 points. So not too bad of a minor pro season. 89, he found himself back with the Moncton Hawks, scoring 27 goals and 39 assists for 66 points. He also had a cup of water the next season, 89-90 with the Capitals, with 2 points in 4 NHL games, and 66 points with the Skipjacks. 91, again, a cup of coffee with Washington, goal and assist for 2 points in 6 games with the Skipjacks, 33 goals in 65 games, including 85 points. Now, from there, he had a very busy international and North American pro career. Went to Austria, went to Switzerland, came back to the IHL in Orlando in 96, went back to Switzerland in 97, came back to Indianapolis in 98 in the IHL, split time that season, of course, with Frankfurt, and wrapped up his career in 1999 with the Arkansas Glacier Cats, one of the greatest logos, by the way, in sports history. Now, NHL totals: 46 points in 112 games. AHL 452 points in 395 games, and the AUT totals 95 goals, 199 assists for 294 points. Now on the international level, World Juniors in 84, 11 points, including 2 goals in 7 games, and at the Worlds in 86, 2 assists in 9 games. So, Team USA player, Montreal Canadian, Winnipeg Jet, Washington Capital, very popular player with his AHL teams in Sherbrooke and Moncton. So overall, never reached the potential of that last year of kind of underage junior midget. I mean, I look at those totals, 3 points a game, ladies and gentlemen. Those are Gretzky and Mario Lemieux numbers. And, Detroit CompuWare was a high-scoring team. I mean, they were averaging 5, 6, 7 goals in key contests throughout the early 80s. So, ladies and gentlemen, that's the Alfie Turcotte story. If you really look at some of the stats he put up on the Montreal Canadiens, again, the potential was there, but Montreal was rebuilding, and this was they made a decision to 86 to not have him part of their youth movement, and I think that's a mistake because I think he would have been a good fourth-line player. You look at keeping Serge Boisvert over him. I think that was the big decision that year, and for some people, Boisvert had a little bit more grit than Turcotte, so that's why Boisvert kind of outlasted Turcotte that year. So, thanks for listening, and don't forget, any requests or comments are well appreciated, and we just passed 100,500 views today, so again, thanks everybody. Bye.